Empty hearts and neon lights, they're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly, and I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver, no more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar, bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now, to where we started out. Get me out of now, to where we started out. La 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 la, oh, oh. Get me out of broken hearts and starting fights, turning truth to lies. Gotta get up, stop wasting time. Yeah, I wanna run off and fly, and I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver, no more heartbreaks,
बेटा टीम वाला में डिस्कॉर्ड डाल देना और इस बार भी वैसे
Empty hearts and neon lights. They're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone. Just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. La 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 la. Oh, oh. Get me out of broken hearts and starting fights. Turning truth to lies. Gotta get up, stop wasting time. Yeah, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone. Just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. Oh no. Empty hearts and neon lights. They're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to
Yeah, welcome back, guys. So here we are for the second match of the day between Merciless Warriors and Kinda Joys. So Merciless Warriors would be led by Merciless himself, and Kinda Joys would be led by Chimera or Kai, as he's popularly known as. The team of Merciless Warriors would consist of Merciless, Dies a Lot, Ethos, Rhenium, and Virgil, and the Kai's team, Kinda Joys, would be consisting of Kai himself and let me check.
I think Frizzy, Revise. Frizzy,
Yeah,
Revise.
so it's
Drish,
Frizzy, Revise, Trish, and Naku.
Naku.
So one of the information we are getting is Kai has internet issues, so he might have some trouble joining in the initial games. So meanwhile, his other four members would be playing for the first few games. And if Kai is not able to join in time, they might have to forfeit future games. So let's hope that does not happen for the betterment of this tournament. And yeah, so let's get into game one.
Yeah, since each player can only play 3 games, he has to join by game number 5. Otherwise, players will be forced to use up the remaining games in game number 5 and game number 6, and they will have to forfeit the game number 7. So, we just hope that Chimera joins before the game number 5. He's actually such a good 1v1 player. I was thinking he could even play the 1v1. I hope he joins before the third game, which is going to be that 1v1. It'll still be a pretty tough matchup. I'm pretty sure it'll be Dizelot that will be coming out from Merciless Warriors playing that 1v1. I saw him win the last 1v1 tournament that was held, so it'll be tough either way. But Chimera is one that couldn't fight tooth and nail. But let's talk about match 3 later when match 1 is starting. We're going to be watching Merciless himself along with Trep and Virgil versus Naku, Frizzy, and I think it is I'm not sure.
Trep. So
Revise. Yeah,
Revise is there. So yeah.
So I think they're going out with their best team in the very first game, both teams.
And Frizzy gets a goal. They couldn't. The defenders couldn't quite position themselves in time, and there was an attempt at the save, but it only resulted in an own goal.
Also, double commit in the corner, bit of communication breakdown as well. I think
game 1 jitters, I think.
Yep, that too. That can always be a thing in this. You saw that in the last game where it was Mido Heroes that lost the first game, and then they won 4 in a row. So it could just be that. But for now, it is the Orient team in in the lead of by 1 goal, and they have the pressure as well as possession for the majority.
Indeed, although it's definitely less one-sided than it was in the previous series, the game 1.
Yep.
The blows have been going back and forth, although there's only 1 goal so far. It's been 1.5 minutes into the game. How do you think this will pan out, this series? Do you think it'll go long, or do you think one of the teams
I think both
really stronger?
I think both teams are pretty close in overall, like 1v1, 2v2 and 3v3. So I'm expecting much closer games. If you look at Mido's team, it was a very clear-cut strategy, but oh my gosh,
that is indeed. Revise completely shutting us up and showing his mechanics. That's an incredible double tap. That's a great read from the backboard. That's great to see.
Yeah, clean 2 touches and a clean 2-goal lead here for Kinder Joys. I'm right. I have to double check every single time, because so many times you are not used to this format. 5 different players playing here. But yeah, it looks like they have a good grasp on this game. And now they're looking to extend that lead.
Indeed. And Merciless Warrior trying to fight back, get back a few on the board. It's still more than half of the game remaining, so lot of time for them to come back. And Trap trying to set up a shot, but it gets intercepted. And now Merciless couldn't quite get the 50. Naku tries to go for a block, an unintended touch that might. Oh my god, that's not the touch Trap wanted, and it is setting up a very awkward situation on their half.
Yeah, but Virgil is able to take it out off from his side, but the threat has still not been dealt with yet. The pressure still is mounting, and I'm seeing great synergy here as well. They're able to keep the ball for extended periods of time, so that's always a good sign. Frizzy now great touch to keep the ball in control and force more pressure. Trap trying to get it clear, trying to get something. Virgil now has clear, can't follow it up though, doesn't have the boost. Orange team is still dominating those mid boosts, and now a demo, there's a chance, and Frizzy will seal the deal.
That's a very key demo by Revise on the backboard, completely erasing the one defender, Merciless, who was out there. And Trap really trying to go for a block there, but he was not quite there in time.
I think this 3v3 game is where Kinder Joys might just take the lead here. Merciless Warriors do have dice a lot, so that will be something that we'll be looking forward to. Who might win them the 2 games in the 1v1 format. Just as you saw Chimera getting those 2. A touch.
I think there was a team bump, and that was creating a lot of confusion.
Yeah, they have still not settled in just yet. They have still not gotten the rhythm just yet. But again, best of 7, lot of time for them to get into the rhythm. Revise, can he get that in?
Oh my god, that's an incredible pass by Revise, dropping it down for Frizzy. That's a great goal to see.
Coming off the backboard.
So difficult those passes are.
Yeah, and Frizzy as well able to get that finish. He gets that pass. He sees Revise, heads up play, straight to Revise, who was on the backboard, down back to Frizzy, and then just a clean 4-goal lead. And that is a clean win, I would say, for Kinder Joys here in this game number 1.
That is true. Kinder Joys would want, I think they would prefer a sweep in case Kai doesn't show up, so they never have to go to game 5. And this is a good start for them for that.
It'll still be hard when you have dice lot in the opponent team who you know will be very hard to beat in the 1v1 format. If they're able to get it to game, they will be, I think he will be able to win that game number 3, and then he will have to hope that his teammate gets it to game number 6. If he does get it to game number 6, it will be pretty hard. So it'll be Kinder Joys that will want to win it in the first 3v3 and the 2v2. They need to win every single game if you consider it like that. But
indeed,
let's just hope that Chimera comes back.
Yeah, that's all they can hope right now, because winning all 4 is going to be an incredibly difficult task against Merciless Warriors. We'll see how it goes in game 2, which is about to begin. So we are seeing some performance optimization happening live on screen. The next game basically is going to begin, and Levi seemed to be one of the players for Kinder Joy.
I think it will be Revise and let me check the teams again. Revise and Rizzy maybe, or Revise and Naku. Interesting, huh?
Interesting indeed.
Merciless, on the other hand, I think they could keep the same team, like the two of the players that they were playing with before. They could, but then again, it is a tough thing for them. Like if you consider. I don't know what Merciless Warriors will be looking to win. I'm pretty sure they want to win that 1v1, and but 2v2 is something again that is the question mark in both the series. First series as well, we were like, who is gonna be that in decider in that deciding 2v2? War made the difference for Merciless, and
I think they should bring out Dice a lot. I think Dice a lot might be that difference.
Yep. He could play. He has 3 games, so he could play one of the 2v2s, and he can play the other 2 1v1.
2 1v1s, exactly.
Yeah, they need someone like War, who was there for Mido Heroes. They need someone who's there that can just get that 2v2 win, and that would put them in a good spot.
That is true. And I think it's almost time. We will be starting the second game. The players are getting ready. There's some discussions going on. I think they might be waiting for Kai. I'm not so sure. So we have Dice a lot joining the match. Seems like
Yep. Looks like it's going to be Dice and some
Ethos. Yeah, it looks like.
And we will have
Frizzy and Revise, I believe.
Frizzy and Revise.
Yeah, I think that's a good combo.
That will be a interesting game.
I would love to see Dice being demoed. So his name is justified why he dies a lot.
Well, that is a viable strategy. You know what he can do on the ball. But look at that.
Oh, well, there he goes. He just demonstrates. You might have heard of Caster's curse. This is Caster's blessing right in front of you. We just talk about Dice and his curse.
Well, we always know how Dice plays. Relentless aggression. Actually, he wasn't like this in the first tournament that I did watch him play. He was way more, I would say, balanced. But the last time I saw him play, he had this very relentless aggression which won him the tournament. And he's keeping that up even in the 2 formats. It's nice to see that we see the very aggressive Dice that is not going to give you any space, that you will be breathing down on your neck and will be scoring goals like those.
It looks like that so far. Dice has been sticking to the ball and not giving much space to his opponents. It's almost getting a dunk there. That might be a goal there. And it is indeed. Ethos making sure the ball goes into the net, but all the hard work put in by Dice there. That's a great play. That's a great teamwork.
Yep. Dice forcing both Trish and Revise in an awkward position. They end up double commenting for that save. He even gets a dunk afterwards, so it forces the ball to stay really close to the net, and Ethos, the simplest of finishes, makes no mistake, slots it in, gets the lead up to 2. Dish now, though, on a counter, trying to get this ball around Ethos, but looks like he will be settled for a 50. Now it's Dice to Ethos. Can they connect? Yes, they will. 3-goal lead now, giving them
Very
huge,
good advantage in
comfortable-
this.
Yes, a good
Yeah,
advantage,
it's-
comfortable position.
Indeed. They look to be on fire in this game, right? It's not even 1.5 minutes yet, and they have scored 3 very good goals.
Yep, but this might
And-
just change now with one kickoff, but ties huge 50 there to block that shot and the pressure. Demo also coming out, setting the pressure right back onto the orange
And
team.
that might be, oh my god, that was a
is
clear to begin
he
with.
do
That should not have been in that position. It was a touch of the defender itself, and that was a bad touch that almost led to an own goal. But fortunately,
Yeah, I had my-
it just survived.
I had my heart in my mouth there. Drish playing with fire, keeping the ball in his. He was trying to keep it really close. He didn't want to give it to Dice, who was trying to get the boost steal as well, maybe as a touch on the ball. That's the play style of just breathing down on your opponents. Forces a lot of mistakes.
That is very true. And Ethos up with the ball, a good air dribble, and gets past 2 of the players, and that's an easy cleanup for Dice. That's all Ethos actually. He gets up past Trish and then after Revise as well.
Well, that's what you want in a twos game. One player taking the ball, beating 2 players convincingly, and then the second player has just a free shot at net, a clean open chance on the net, and that
was another close chance.
Yeah, that was another close chance. Divelot almost being able to get past the last defender, but it was Revise that held strong and got a save. Now he gets another clear off to the side. Might even start some pressure from the Orichamp, a touch, and Ethos had to do well to keep it off. Use the remaining of his boost to get it off and clear the danger. A 2v1 situation. Dies in a bit of trouble, but Revise deciding to go for the mid boost, not staying in the play. Now it's Dice again, touch to the side.
There was a chance, but Dice put it on the side, and Ethos couldn't quite get it around the defenders. And now Revise with a shot that will be just up, and Ethos making sure to clear it as well. And again, the rotations have been really good from Dice and his teammate Ethos, and
Yes.
that is making sure that there's somebody always covering the net when his opponents are scoring, trying to score.
I feel like the speed that they have, it's definitely something that is faster than the other team. They're beating their opponents time and time again to the boost to the ball, and here we see it one more time. Revise hoping that he gets a little bit of breathing room, but Ethos is right there, and he doesn't even need to worry about.
And the last defender had gone for the boost at that situation, which is not a very good decision in hindsight. It looks like they are being boosted out consistently. But
Yep.
we have 1 goal from them. So,
Well, they have to absolutely go for it as well. Now that the last minute is remaining, they need 4 goals, and they need like a minute. They need a goal almost every 15 seconds. So they are taking more risks. They are being a bit more aggressive with their challenges and their positioning. But that is at a cost. And when your players like Ethos and Dice, they won't make that mistake. And the smallest of errors will lead to goals.
that is very true and demonstrated right here in front of us. We are heading into another Brazil, it seems, unless Revise and Drish could prove me wrong.
Well, again, 1v1 hard choices that they have to deal with, you know. You will be playing versus most certainly Dice in the next game. The 3v3, I think, is something they will win. Then the 2v2, again, they have a chance to win. But even if they win that 1v1, they hope that Camera is back by game number 4, so that game number 5, so that they can get it to game number 7. If they get it to game 7, I think they have a decent chance of winning the series. But If this ends in at the game number 6, I feel that that'll be pretty hard. Missing out on their captain is something that I would not want.
Yeah, indeed. So 30 more seconds left and 3 deficit, unlikely to be covered, but there have been a few goals in the last few seconds, so we might see something, and that is an excellent play from Ethos. Oh my goodness, all the way from the wall, and there's a bounce in the ceiling as well. He read it perfectly and sets up a double tap and finishes it. It's amazing to see such mechanics.
Yep, beautiful and clean off the wall, off the ceiling, double tap it in, make it 7-3, and while the players play out this rest of the game, it looks like Chimera will be back. So that's a great news, and that does mean that they won't be worried too much about the game number 7. That means that this game, I think that I see this series going into game number 7, because you have the 3v3 where you see Kinder Joy is just being much better, I would say. You see the 1v1, which I think Dicelot will be dominating. So, and the next 2v2, you won't have Dice. If you are having him play both the 1v1s. So I think the next 3v3 and the 2v2 will be won by Kinder Joys, and then both the ones will be won by Merciless. So I think this series is set to go to game number 7. Let's see if my prediction is right. Looks like Chimera will be joining shortly in for that next 1v1.
Yeah, that is actually good, because I think Dice is a very good in ones, and I think only Kai has a good chance against him. So if Kai wasn't back in time, that could have been a definite loss for his team. So there is some chance, even though Dice is the heavy favorites in the ones.
Yeah, Chimera, he won a 1v1 tournament not too long ago, like 3 or 4 months ago. So even he has the same playstyle that Dice does, all-out aggression, breathing down your neck. So both players, very similar playstyle as well. And I think they're pretty close when it comes to skill level as well. But you want Chimera to be in his A game to compete. So if we have that, we will have an amazing thriller the next game.
Yeah, that is what we are here for. I hope it goes the distance, and every match goes head to head, toe to toe.
I have a feeling if we see Chimera and Dice, this might just go to overtime. I still think that Dice has the edge. He will win it in that overtime because he recently won it compared to Chimera, who has won it, but won it like some time ago. So because of the form, I'm putting Dice ahead of Chimera in this regard. But again, I think this match, if Chimera does join and does play this 1v1, I think it's going to overtime. Give
that
me a goal. Say, continue.
In once you are expecting a game to go in overtime, so that's that's pretty strong. I think there's less probability in once for a game to go in overtime, and if it is happening, that means the two players are really close.
That is true. But I think their playstyle is like that, and their overall skill level could be like that. If I see Chimera in peak 1v1 form going against Dice in peak 1v1 form, I say that goes to overtime. But
that would be such a treat for the viewers if it does go the distance.
Do you have any predictions for this game?
I guess I'll just take the opposite, that I don't think it'll go to overtime, so we can have we'll see who wins in our predictions. But yeah, I do think they'll be close nevertheless. Maybe 1 goal difference I can see by the end of the game, but not as an OT.
You do have a point there.
yeah, I do favor Dice here. I think he has an edge. He's the favorites going to this matchup.
I hope that they hit some clips along the way as well, so that we can post them later on. We can see a couple of flip resets, maybe a huge air dribble. Why not add a musty in the mix? But again, knowing how these guys play, it's breathing down your neck. Smallest of margins that will get those differences that will net you the goals.
That is true. In ones, going for flashy plays is in fact more risky, because if you mess it up, your opponent can have a free.
Yep.
So if they end up putting some great plays, then that is even more impressive considering the risk they are taking with that.
Well, it does look like it is. Well, this is something that neither of us did expect. It's Trap versus Drish. So we were completely wrong in the fact that Dice will be the one that will be playing the 1v1 and the 2v2. Looks like it's gonna be Trap versus Drish. Trap, I have played with this guy a while ago, and he's pretty consistent. No, not too many flashy plays that I do remember, but a solid play style, if I remember it correctly. Drish, on the other hand,
and there he shows his consistent dribble. I think that was a really good bounce dribble from the ground.
Yep.
Not too flashy, but very effective.
Yep, right over the shoulder. Drish had to choose at which side he goes. He had the net split in two, and he puts it right over his shoulder, so it's a very hard place to be in. Drish, though, winning this kickoff convincingly, he has 100 boost, as well as Trap in a really bad position. He will be able to convert that.
There's an unfortunate miss from Trap the side.
Trap didn't have any boost, couldn't get a touch on the ball. He was hoping that he got a little bit, a piece of it, but that he couldn't get that, and Drish takes the equalizer. Now he's looking to double it up. He doubled it up within two kickoffs here. Looks like Drish here deciding to just flick it on target, and he gets the beat. But now the question is what Trap does on this kickoff.
That's a equal neutral kickoff, and Trap will try to get possession. Drish had gone back, taken the boost. Now Trap setting up his bounce dribbles. He really likes his bounce dribbles. I see he's trying it in every single play he's getting. Now Drish not quite getting control of the ball, so instead decides to take the boost and almost gets it past Trap. Now he makes sure to take another boost, and there's a chance for Drish. Will he be able to convert it, or Trap will come in time? Oh, that's a good play. I think he, rather than going for the shot immediately, which might have been savable by Trap, he goes slow and gets past him. That's a very good play.
Yes, indeed. And Drish, with that boost of play, he's able to take all the boost away, the back corners as well as the pads there on that push. Trap was running on 0, and he had to dive across his net. Didn't have any choice there, and he just realized that, cut inside and got the goal. Here it's Trap that does the same thing. He's able to get that back corner and then cut inside, and that's all he needed. Great turn there at the very end to secure that goal as well.
True. And I'm very excited to see plays from Trap. The bounce dribbles are very popularly known from O'Khaled, who was one of the popular 1v1 players globally, and being able to see similar. Now even Drish is going for a bounce dribble, and he gets a very powerful shot on the target. This is going back and forth. Both of them are trying to show who is the better bounce dribbler.
It's a very hard shot to deal with as well. You get a lot of power on that shot. You don't know when the player is going to cut, so you are kind of stuck in your place. You don't really have that much momentum going into those saves, so you need to save up a lot of boost to either accelerate and get that save, or you just need to have a playstyle like most of the 1v1 players, just breathing down on your neck, not giving them that space, at least not giving that space on the ground. Drish now hunting for Trap there on the back corner, gets the demo, will get a 5th goal as well with that.
Yeah, Drish is really doing well with his demos and bombs. That is making life very difficult for Trap in his defense. And the demos in ones are the most effective, I think, because there's only one player. You remove them, you have an open net. And there's not sure if there's a technical difficulty or like a disconnect from Trap. He's not moving at all.
Some technical issues, I guess, but Trap motionless at the moment. But going back to that demos topic, I think it's risky, especially back on the demos. While they can net you those goals, they can leave you vulnerable to a counter attack, especially when you don't have that much boost to work with. So Drish on that occasion did get the back corner, so it was a relatively safe play to go for, but usually I think it's way more riskier. It's a good place to demo though, the back corner. It's hard to get around, hard to dodge that demo because he's coming from your backside while you're trying to either grab boost or get a touch on the ball. You don't, and especially the demo when it comes from the side, you don't know where it's coming from. Those are the ones that hit you the hardest.
That is very well put, and it looks like Drish is going to get a win in this game because the lead is too much and there's no player in the other side anyway. And even if he comes back, there's too less time. But we're gonna spend the minute anyway to see in case he joins back. But this is very unfortunate to see actually, because we are like, it seemed like it was heading into a close match. Both players trying to show their mechanics and outplaying each other several times in this game. Meanwhile, we are seeing a display of Drish and his free play skills, just with limited boost.
What do you think about the other games now that Divelot is not playing the 1v1? And now that Chimera is back, the 3v3 is going to be way more interesting than I first thought.
Yeah, that I think both of them are going to join the threes, and it's going to be much more closer now. And there we have Kinda getting kind of a pre-win in the sense that the opponent just disconnected. But definitely it was a great play actually from Drish so far. Like, he was leading anyway, even before the disconnect. So yeah, props to him. And we will be moving on to the next game, which will be threes, right?
Yes, it will be threes next. 3v3, we played all three of the game modes, and we are now back to the 3v3, which and we'll be hoping that this game keeps going on. And I want Merciless Warriors to win this, because Kinder Joy's just took 2 games now. So I want this to go to game number 7, and I think they can do that because they have a different roster heading into this 3v3. It was Kinder Joy, if I'm not mistaken, winning that first 3v3, and then it was Merciless winning that 2v2, and then now we have Kinder Joy again winning that 1v1. So I want Merciless Warriors to get it to a 2-2 series score, but uh, we will have to see how this 3v3 goes.
Yeah, and I think we are ready for the threes. It seems uh, there's still some players to join, so it's not quite ready.
I
but-
think we are gonna be playing the 1v1 again. I'm not too sure.
Oh, interesting. So I think what we will be doing is we will be setting up the score to be exactly the same, and right at the time when the disconnect happened, we'll be continuing. So we'll be stalling some time in this game just to reach the same position.
Yeah, this is a pain. I wish that Psionics adds the way where the lobby host can have admin privileges where you could change the time as well as the goal difference. Otherwise, people will have to keep scoring and have to wait to reset a game to wherever it is at. So yeah, I really wish that sometime later Synex does add this feature. You have in other games an ability to at least pause the game, but unfortunately here in Rocket League, you can't even pause the game even if you are hosting tournaments. So we don't get the privileges unless you are a member of the
RLCS host.
RLCS host. So yeah, I wish that they add this. They might do it in that when they have that Unreal 5 upgrade, but we'll just have to wait and see if they do that.
Yeah, I am actually less hopeful that this feature would be added in Unreal 5 or otherwise, because I think they can already do it in Unreal 3 if they want, because they already have the ability. It's just that they explicitly don't give that permission to everyone. They only choose it for their Synex members and RLCS hosts. So it might be by choice. They might have some thought on why they do not want to give this ability to everyone. But we don't know what is their thinking.
Well, we can all be hopeful because small tournaments like these that are not RLCS or even community tournaments, it's much easier to host them because there will be issues every single time, and we will have to deal with them. It'll be much easier for the community. I don't know what there'll be good reasons, as you said, for Synex to not give those permissions, but then again, I would wish that at least someone who makes the lobby host, can open a server where they have that permission. They can do that, and they can get it'll be easier to set up games and to it'll be a huge quality of life improvement.
That is true indeed. For tournament organizers, that would be a great save. A lot of pain in these kind of situations where they have to emulate the same situation by spending time on another match, which doesn't make sense.
So looks like it's gonna be 4-2 here for again Trap to Drish, and they'll be waiting till 2.5 minutes, I think.
Yeah, I believe so. So 1 more minute. I believe they have changed. Wasn't Trap in blue? I'm a little confused.
I do think they have changed it because Trap was in blue. Yes, you are right. Looks like Drish is gonna be on blue, and Trap is gonna be on orange. So looks like they just changed colors.
Yeah, maybe. I think they will have to change before the main game.
I
Not
don't
sure.
think
Oh, they're playing. Oh,
Yes,
I like
let me
how they
go.
tried the goal at 2:30 to
Yeah,
make
they
it
scored the
5-2.
goal. Yep, they scored the goal at 2:30 to make it 5-2, and now looks like we'll be ready to resume the 1v1. Can Drish keep that momentum that he had before this break? Can Trap get a comeback?
Let's see if he can get past Rish. He tries to go for a 50. That is not going to work as Rish is having incredible defense right now. It's a good challenge from Trap. He might go for the direct shot, and indeed he does. Does he get the goal though? Not quite, because Drish is insanely quick to these defenses. His recoveries have been really on point today. And now Trap trying to get past Drish, but Drish pumps him all the way from the defense. And now it's Trap's turn to do some defense. And while he defends well, his clear goes back to Drish. So Drish will try to set up another play, but seems it's going back and forth for a while. And Trap goes for another shot, but gets blocked. One more try, and Drish will make an easy clear. In fact, Drish might get a goal here, as he has all the space to go for the goal, and he indeed does. So it's 2-6, and it's almost just a minute, and a little more than a minute left.
Both players not willing to commit too much for a lot of time, and then Trap finally commits a lot for that shot that went straight in the hands of Dresh. Dresh is able to make it 6-2, and looks like he has a good handle. Now he wins another kickoff, and I think that is probably the game for sure, judging by how things have gone.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like all the effort to restart the game at the exact point made much of a difference.
Well, 1v1, who knows?
Yeah, it definitely
Kickoffs.
could have been. That is true.
Kickoffs. But the thing is that Dresh is just unfazed by the break. It just doesn't matter if there's a break or there is no break. He just is completely dominating the kickoffs as well as the possession for now, and a very solid play. And now again, clean chances, clean shot, and another goal to make it 8-2.
Yeah, it's at this point. I think so. Drish is in Chimera's team, right? So-
Dish is in Camera's team, yes. So it will be Merciless Warriors that will be down 1-2.
I think that will put Kai's team in lead
Yes.
in the
it
series
will.
because they were won all after the two games. So
Yep,
now
Yep.
there is a good position.
Yep. And
Trev does get one on board after the break basically gets one for the momentum, I guess, for the next game.
yes, and maybe they might match up again as well. We don't know what they're planning. We first were thinking that it would be Dialog playing the 1v1, but you have Dish versus Trap, so you had something that neither of us did expect. We don't know what their plan is. That means that both Chimera and Dialog have 3 games each, and they have there's only 4 games left to go. It's a 2v2 and a 1v1. So it'll be interesting to see what games they will be playing. They might not even play the 1v1. It might be a rematch as well. So if Trap is able to figure out how Dresh plays, he might even play against him again. So that was another thing that you have to be thinking about as well. But for now, it
I
looks like
expect them to not send Trap again for the next ones because, I mean, they already know they have tried with Trap and it hasn't worked. So if they have only 2 chances at once, they might as well try with somebody else, and who better than dies.
That is true. That is true. But then again, maybe Dialot wants to play the 3v3 and the 2v2. Maybe they're trying to win that. Maybe they're trying to win the last three games. The last, actually not the last three games, three of the last four games. Either way, we'll get to know what their strategy is in the very next game itself. We'll get a glimmer at least. Because they will be showing up. Three players that out of the four will be showing up.
Yep. So yeah, we'll be moving on to the next match soon, as the players get ready and the captains decide who all will be, what will be the roster for the next one.
Yep.
Do you expect the same as game one, or do you expect? I think I might.
want.
Ryan?
I want a different result. I want. I wanted I don't know. I would say I wanted a different result with. I was hoping Dialot wins the 1v1, and I was hoping Kinder Joyce gets the 3v3 and making it a 2v2. I wanted it to be interesting, but now I want Merciless Warriors to be winning it and making a 2v2. I hope that we see Merciless Warriors winning this, because then we will have I would say a pretty short series then.
Yeah, that is true. Let's see how it will happen, because we are into the next game. It's not had started. The players are yet to join, but they're getting ready, and it's going to be very soon.
If I was Kinder Joyce, I would try to win it right now. I would try to win it in this 3v3, and then I would try to win either the next 3v3 and then the 2v2. So this 3v3 is something that I would say Kinder Joyce wants to win. Like, and even if Merciless Warriors are put into a 1-3, there is a chance that they come back, because they have those players that haven't played yet. They can win the 1v1, they can win the 2v2, but winning the 3v3 again will be pretty hard.
Yes, indeed. And I think it's a good time for Kinder Joyce to get the 3 wins, so they are on the safe side, because it's always a little more difficult to make a comeback than it is to have the momentum and win things straight in a row.
That is also another thing. They are taking their time here. They are trying to figure out what roster to go with, and looks like players haven't joined yet.
So today we were going to have another match after this, right? I believe the lowers, semis.
Upper or the lowers, I'm not too sure about it, but since there will be a total of 5 games that I know of, 5 series, I think there'll be 3 today and 3 tomorrow, or 2 today and 3 tomorrow.
Oh, all right.
But I think there is one more game that we will be playing, or again.
Since there are a total of 6 games, I would expect that 3 to be done today.
Yes, but there's a chance that because of time constraint, we might not be able to cover the lower brackets.
That is true. That can be an issue. Yeah, okay, so we will probably not have the lowers matchup on stream. So it might just be the stream would be too long if we are trying to host all of the games. So the lower,
Yeah, so it might just happen
Natural.
off stream, but it will do happen.
yep. A lot of the delay has happened due to, I think, technical difficulties that players, broadcasters, everybody has been facing, and that has been really unfortunate. But those are some of the common challenges we face in tournaments. So we got to
Well,
go
let's-
past those and make
Yeah.
things happen.
And as an Indian, like everyone has probably dealt with this routing issues, internet issues, electricity issues,
That
and
is
we
true. Mhm.
and we battle all of those to just play. Forget about winning. Forget about competing at a high level. Just to play the game, we have to fight all these difficulties, and I'm happy that it is happening, but then again, we are still developing. We're still not here yet, considering that APAC and stuff just came last year in Asia. It will take some time for us to get going with Rocket League as well as everything else. But I have to stop talking. Every time I try to talk about something, there is one player that says, "Hey guys, look at me! I just scored a nice banger to the bottom right." It's Ethos starting things up with a banger to the bottom right this time, 1-0, putting Merciless Warriors a good start, a good momentum shifter from that last game.
Indeed. And we have, I think, Kai playing this matchup. So, yeah, his internet is back, which is very good to see. We'll have a much more fair game, I think, with no handicaps from any of the teams.
I think this is the best team that both rosters are fielding. It's Ethos, Dice, and Merciless versus Chimera, Naku, and
Frizzy, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this might be the best match of the series, maybe even of the day.
Yeah, it looks like it could be. And so far it has been close enough. Just a goal in the first minute. And that should be saved by Ethos. And that's a good save. There needs to be a follow-up. He does the follow-up himself. And now
Right.
Frizzy with the shot, but there's two defenders. And the shot itself was pretty weak. Dai is trying to set something up. Has a flip reset. Decides to just use it for a wave dash. Now Merciless, the last defender, he has to stall some time. He does it well.
I think after that first goal, it has been the orange team or Chimera's team on the offense, but now Ethos with that
Makes another
redirect
goal.
to double it up, a double tap and a double tap and a 2-goal lead for Merciless here. Ethos, nice redirect there, nice vision.
Yeah, that is really good to see. The pass was very well from Dice, and Ethos picked it up really well.
I think Ethos could definitely be the guy
MVP of this
Yeah, the MVP of the series. A very clear one as well, because not just in this game, but you saw him in the 3v3 as well, in the 2v2 as well, where he was able to win that. So if they do win this game, it will be that. But looks like for now it's Frizzy with a double tap threat. It's Chimera to finish it up. They claw one goal back with that nice play.
It is true. Naku trying to center the ball, but there was too much power. Now there is a slight chance gets past one. Naku will try to. Oh, I thought he will try to pass to Kai, but he tries to go for a shot there. May not have been the best decision, but now Freezy up and Kai going for a bump. That's a great play, I think. And there's a lot of thing that Kai is doing there that it's like off the ball. He's going for the bump of the goalkeeper, which makes the goal kind of an open net for Freezy. And he makes sure to score
great
that.
Control as well to bring it down after taking it up. Once he realizes that the bump is coming through, the defender will be forced to go for an inside out save. He takes the ball down, so great control on that air dribble as well by Frizzy to keep it down and equalizes things as well. Merciless on the other hand have only scored from the counters. There was a kickoff goal to begin with, and there was a quick counter attack, but it was Chimera's team that had most of this pressure, and now they attack again. Crossbar down.
That was so close.
Dice will clear it off to the side here. Almost another goal there coming from Chimera. Chimera's team is now linking up, making that possession into threatening shots on net. Merciless on the other hand, they haven't gotten clear control on the orange half just yet.
And that had been some close encounters, and now Merciless and his team is trying to create some pressure on Kai's team.
Ball has been on the orange half for the last 30 seconds. Merciless, I think he was trying to find Dice or try to get a touch off to the side, but not able to do so. Looks like this game has ramped up in both pressure and speed. A pinch coming out, but looks like Frizzy will be there to deal with it. Can Dice get the follow-up?
Dice had to get a good touch, but yeah, he couldn't quite get any touch there.
Yeah, no,
there's a double commit, both defenders jumping up, but the clear might have been just enough, so nobody had to get any trouble.
Both gameplay here, both teams trying their best to get that decider, but for now it is still 2-2 game, looking like it's going into overtime, but could be just one counter attack, could be just one great play that could change it. Dice trying to play it off the wall into himself, gets bumped. Chimera might have the last say off the backboard. Who's there to reach it? It is a good clear, and looks like we will be heading into overtime.
I believe this is the first overtime of this series.
Yes, this is not just the first overtime of the series, but it is the first of today.
Indeed.
So, an exciting match, probably the best match that we had so far. For now, it looks like off the kickoff, a lot of pressure being put, but the pressure being dealt with. An awkward touch, a little bit of chaos there. Can Dice score off this pressure? Great save coming off.
Oh my god!
There to save it and put it safely off the side. Merciless trying to keep the ball in the half, but deciding to back off for a bit there. Now orange on the counter. Chimera deciding to play it safe for the moment. Frizzy, great 50 there. Can he get another one? He's on a 1v1. He doesn't have the boost to get around the ball, but a great play. Might be some pressure from Chimera's team in the next few minutes.
Yeah, it's being back and forth. Both the teams are putting pressure on each other, and anything could happen at any point. And this is a turning point of this whole series. I think whoever gets a win there can bring a lot of momentum going into the next games. So both the teams would want to get this win.
Well, if it's Merciless, you would want it to go. Ooh, a quick shot and a quick save. Well, if it's Merciless's team, I would like to dish it up to Ethos. He's been sniping the corners of the net time and time again, and I would love to get a pass to him. On the other side, looks like Frizzy has been setting up. So has been Chimera with those plays. So I'd be looking out for either of those when they do get that ball. Ethos looks like he has a chance. What does he do with it? A touch to the side, double commit, but it's a good save. Frizzy on the counter though. Ethos is there to make that save.
Yeah, Frizzy goes for a direct shot there. I think a little bit of control and a flick would have been a better decision, because a direct shot was an easy save for the defense.
Well, there was a defender right behind him, so you was a little worried about that demo. In threes, it's a bit risky to make those plays, but maybe
That's
you're
a
right.
shot. Oh, that's a
Ooh,
good
quick
save
shot
from
by
Ethos.
Chimera. It's great save by Ethos. Frizzy off the backward. Who's up next? Both players missing. A shot comes off. It's off the crossbar and in. Frizzy to win it for Chimera there. Oh, both players trying to go for that block. Neither of them getting it. And Frizzy absolutely sniping it to the one place where the defender could right. The defender was in no man's land, right in the middle of the net. Couldn't get that save. What an finish to that game.
Indeed.
This has put Kinder Joins on match point as well now. So Merciless have to be very careful with every single decision.
All right, so I guess we are getting into the next match, and I would like to just thank everyone, because I'll be leaving. That's it for me. I'll be interested to know how the final games turn out to be. I hope, Ninja, you would do a great job finishing the remaining games, and let us know how it turns out.
It was a pleasure casting with you, and do tune in to the games when you do get the time. For the time, I will continue casting for the rest. 3 or 4 games that
Absolutely.
will be there, but do tune in later on and join in if you do get the time. Looks like we'll be having a 2v2 next, and they're still deciding on the players.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, that's it for me. It was great to work with you as well, casting with you. Bye bye.
Thank you to Yakubu once again for casting here. We will still be playing maybe that 4 more matches. It could end in 1 game, it could end in 4. So we will have to see about how this game series pans out. last 3 games remaining here, whoever they do decide to go with, it will be a set roster, because limited games that a player can play, which means that these players have to think about all 3 games that could potentially happen, and so organize their players according to that. I would love this if it goes to the last with the best of 7, but not just that, I would even love to see a Chimera versus Dies a Lot 1v1. I'm a 1v1 fan myself, so I would love to see that. I'd love to see a banger 3v3 at the end as well, but a lot of players have already used up most of their matches, so I think the last game that you saw was probably the best of that day. A great game there, and a great finish by by Kinder Joyce there over Merciless to get that series lead 3-1 and to put them on match point. Remember that this is still the first round, or the semifinals, as they would say. They still have one more chance, even if they do lose. Looks like we are starting. It's going to be Dies a Lot and Ethos, the same duo that you saw beat the other duo last time in the first 2v2. It's versus Frizzy and Chimera again, I think, who were the standout players in the last game, and they show it once more with a nice quick 1-2 Frizzy to Chimera, a pass and a shot. Frizzy, great vision there, great awareness, and Chimera staying in a place where he could straight pass from Frizzy on a dime. Chimera, all he had to do was shoot at the open net. Great big start for Chimera's team here, who's looking to close it out in this game itself. Frizzy now up into the air, is able to take it past Dies, and Chimera, can he finish it? No, it hits the post and it's out. Chimera will be kicking himself for that miss. It was an open net to shoot at. Frizzy did all the hard work, but now they will be looking to get that goal back. Still a lot more pressure by Chimera. Oh my gosh, what a shot! Chimera out of nowhere is able to get an insane redirect into the bottom left. Dies and Ethos both on the goal, not able to get that save, and brilliant shot, a brilliant redirect there by Chimera, giving them a 2-goal lead a minute into this game. Dies now trying to score off the kickoff. Frizzy, though, will be able to get back in time. Frizzy has been rock solid on defense, both in the last game and in this. There has been no shots, no player that has been able to get past him consistently. There's a lot trying to change that. So will Ethos be, because this is their last chance. This might just do it. Yes, a quick backflip challenge as well as a bump throws Chimera into an awkward situation. Ball spills out to Ethos, who blasts it into the top right corner, 107 kilometers per hour, making it 2-1. They're in reach of 1 now. Frizzy, though, trying to find Chimera again. Chimera now back to Frizzy. Ethos needs to do well. Ball still dangerous. Dies a Lot does well to make that save. Chimera will put it back, reset it, try to get it to Frizzy. Frizzy will have to concede possession there for a bit, but the pressure is still mounting on. Now Frizzy finds Chimera again. Almost an open net to shoot at, but ball was wide and Dizelot knew about it, took control but didn't have any boost to work with. Chimera's team is able to control most of the boost for the time being. Dizelot now trying to get a 50, finally a good 50. Can Ethos get that there in time? It's Chimera much faster with the ball, able to get the clear. Dice now trying his best to get that save. Ethos gets a toucher across Frizzy, but he's bumped away. Chimera's team is still dominating most of the position and the midfield. Now he goes up off the wall, trying to get a pinch. It's going to go up into the wall. Ethos will have to clear it out. Dies a lot with the demo here. Ethos has a slight chance, but Chimera shutting it down, not giving any space. Frizzy now off the backboard. Ethos, amazing save to get to not concede any further. Now it's Chimera in race with Ethos. Ethos didn't have any boost, but still managed to get that 50. They're getting a little desperate here, and looks like Frizzy had a quick chance, a quick look at the net, but it was a bit too far out. Frizzy now off the backboard again. Ethos trying to get a challenge, but Frizzy and Chimera have been connecting so well, and now they score another one. This might just be the final goal of the game. Chimera, what a touch, both off the wall and the corner to set up Frizzy. Frizzy with a great air dribble himself for that first pass to Chimera. Ethos and Dizelot need to do something with the chances they do get, but they are getting beaten on speed as a team. Ethos especially is getting challenged every single time by Chimera. Here it happens again. Dizelot has some space, but he will only get a flick. Can he score this though? He has no boost to convert that shot. Ethos needs to win this, and looks like he's gonna do just that. Get a great pass off the corner, is able to beat Chimera convincingly on that play, and Dizelot had a quick look at net and makes no mistake and keeps this game interesting. Ethos now has to give the ball up. Last 30 seconds remaining. They need to score or it will be over in this series. They are going a bit too aggressive, a bit of an overcommitment here. Can Dizelot stave off the pressure? He's in a 2v1. Chimera trying to fake him out, but Dizelot with a great 50. He's going for a demo, but Frizzy does well. He gets the save. Ethos, one last attempt, trying to get the last goal. It's passed on to the other side. Ethos does it all himself. What a goal. He goes for the flip reset. He gets the touch and onto the bottom left corner and in. He finds the unlikeliest of angles of the corner into the far right bottom post. Makes it this game go to overtime. Ethos now winning the kickoff convincingly, but it's straight in the hands of Frizzy, who has an air dribble lined up, and he will carry it all the way into the net and finish this game, finish this series. Great control again on that air dribble there. Kinder Joys and victorious here. 4-1 win again. Both games that we had on stream were 4-1. We will be having lose this match, but unfortunately, we won't be able to cover it. So we will have a recap about how it went at the start of the tomorrow's stream. So stay tuned when you do come in tomorrow. Join in early if you want to watch that recap. For now, though, I think that will be all. We had the first two games. We had a Deluxe Dream versus Meadow Heroes. Meadow Heroes. We had Meadow Heroes winning the game after losing the first game. They won 4 in a row, and Meadow captain leading from his front. Zane, the 1v1 master, absolutely winning it for their team. On Kinder Joys versus Merciless Warriors, it was a team effort. We had Dizalord and Ethos working really hard to give Merciless a fighting chance, but Chimera, Frizzy, as well as Revise were in complete control, especially when Chimera did come back. It did boost them up a lot. They won their first game, lost the second, but then won 3 in a row to make it 4-1 as well. So that was a clean win for Kinder Joys, and it'll be Kinder Joys versus Meadow Heroes in the upper qualifiers. We will have the loser qualifiers, which is Deluxe Stream and Merciless Warriors off stream, but that both of those things we will get to know about them tomorrow. Thanks for joining in. It was a pleasure casting with Jacobo. It was nice to see a bunch of players that weren't there. Ritik as well. Shout out to Ritik, broadcaster. That's all from me today. See you tomorrow at 6 o'clock.
Empty hearts and neon lights, they're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly, and I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone, just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now, to where we started out. Get me out of now, to where we started out. La 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 la, oh, oh. Get me out of broken hearts and starting fights, turning truth to lies. Gotta get up, stop